All right, folks, welcome back once again here now. Our next match is getting ready. It's going to be Ruleth taking on br1ck, and it's going to be starting off on the ruins of Sarnath. As this is actually the first time we'll see this map played today. I don't think we've gone to this match, or this map, excuse me, yet.
Yeah, you're right. It's the first time we have seen it. Unless I'm mistaken, unless we're both mistaken.
No,
I'm pretty sure we're
like
not.
99% sure we haven't seen this map today. At least not, on the stream yet. And obviously, I'm assuming it was played off stream a few times, but. So we've had a lot of matches. We ended up already with a round of 256 played. So I would assume with that many games, someone would have played it before us. But this is the first time we're seeing it on the stream. And the draft is getting started, folks. So we can jump back in here and take a look now at the champion selects.
Yeah, both these guys have had some pretty good showings the first couple weeks in the qualifier. Ruleth, unfortunately, in week 2, he had to run into Rafa, which is tough break in the brackets.
You hate to see that.
Yeah, if you're Ruleth, you definitely hate to see that. And so so looking to recover in week 3, and br1ck also, he's had some good weeks and tough losses there. They're both looking to break through in week 3.
Yeah, this should be like we said before, with a lot of the bigger names already qualifying, it does make more room for the newer blood to come through, or some of the less proficient older guys that have not had a chance to really warm up yet in this newer version of Quake. So it does kind of open up that room there, as there is 8 players qualifying every single week, and that obviously removes them from the pool for the upcoming weeks after that one.
Yeah, it's definitely as week 3 and then next week, a little more of an opportunity for these guys trying to to make a name for themselves for the first time. As the established pros, they're really already making their way through the brackets. I'm curious to see if did Carnage finish the job. I'm wondering.
Did he make it? I don't know, because he's playing this bracket today, right? He didn't make it through.
Yeah. So no, I mean I'm wondering if he made it through completely tonight, or if he's on his last match. I'm wondering how he's doing, because that's actually been a pretty big story that he's been putting a lot of time, been practicing, and didn't quite get there the first couple weeks.
It looks like he's still playing at this point. He's still in. He's in the round of no, I think he made it actually. Hold on, let me see where this is at. No, he's still in the round of 32, so he's got one more match to play, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, let's focus on this match, as it's Ruleth versus br1ck. Like this before. First time we've seen Ruins play today, so very big. I think it's safe to say probably the biggest map so far in the dual pool, right?
Yeah,
probably one of the biggest. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess in terms of it's just a little deceiving because you can get around it so darn quick, So.
Yeah. Some of the portals take you pretty far across the map. And nicely found from br1ck as well there. Ruleth had the rail as well, but didn't want to bring it out. But the problem is he just got tagged. Both of them were shot up in the air by a jump pad and met each other. So that chance encounter, br1ck took the advantage on that one, and was able to push himself forward and get a nice rail tag off. Ruleth's already recovered pretty much though, back up to full HP. So br1ck is going to be back up on the top rail, delaying this for a little bit first off.
Yeah, br1ck's landed 2 of his first 3 rail shots, so it's definitely a good start for him.
Ruleth still pushed back and trying to control the health room right now. It's a big area to try and keep control of, though, and a lot of ways for br1ck to try and infiltrate it. He's got about 4 or 5 different routes he can take into this room, so it's going to be very, very careful so as not to get snuck up behind him. And speaking of which, there we go. br1ck just walks up from the other side. He's going to take control of the room just before the spawn comes in, too, but he's running away. Thankfully, Ruleth ran away down below. So br1ck still has control over the health spawn if he wants it, but br1ck at the moment is not prioritizing it. We'll go for it now, though. This serves a dual purpose, though, as it does split the timer up a bit, gives him an extra buffer if he wants to try and run for both on the next spawns.
Yeah, he was doing that on purpose. Pretty confident that he was doing that on purpose here to make a stronger play at the heavy armor without risking losing the mega health. So Ruleth has to also make a play, and if he doesn't, then he's going to lose both. So. But I'm wondering, it's going to be tough for him to get down there as an anarchy. Running in with rockets is shaky business.
And there we go.
Miscalculation.
br1ck lands a perfect rocket. The good news is, though, is that Ruleth was able to just jet out of there after he got hit by the rocket. But now he's going to re-engage back in. Got to be careful, hitting himself a little bit with his own rockets. Thankfully, br1ck relatively low. Only has that mega health right now to work off. And a beautiful read coming out from Ruleth. Does block br1ck. And br1ck so close to escaping there, as he did dodge a few rail shots, but then tagged by 2 right at the end. And just get taken down.
Nice prediction rocket by Ruleth. Good read. He ran right into that on the anarchy, and he was low, and he came around the corner for that, finishing shots. I mean, he was in such a good position. He had two opportunities to shoot that rail.
So br1ck trying again to lock onto his opponent here. He's taking it to the bitter end. 57 HP, and there we go. The rails are beautiful from br1ck as he does control the situation and now claims the trade frag, bringing this down to a 2v2.
Ruleth, I'm sure he wants that back. I mean, he really had his guy on the ropes there, and just couldn't get the finish. I mean, he had him. I was just couldn't get that finishing shot. You know, he tried to switch to LG, he tried to switch to Rocket, he just couldn't get the angle he liked. And while he was trying to get the angle he liked, br1ck was plugging him with those rails.
Speaking of which, br1ck does get plugged with another rail from Ruleth this time, trades it, and thankfully, Ruleth missed his secondary one. So that'll keep br1ck alive for right now. Not forever, though. br1ck does need to recover soon here, otherwise Ruleth is going to dive back in. You can already see Ruleth. I think he got... No, he doesn't have the Mega Armor right now. That just spawned back in, but he did get the Mega Health, and he's going to go for the Armor now. br1ck is super far away, so he's definitely not getting that. He's kind of lost the narrative as far as those timers are concerned.
I got to be worried. You got a stacked Sorlag running around, and doesn't have timing on much.
Good rail at the very least, brings it back down to earth, the normal health pool. That's still dangerous. And now he's going to be able to move in, get himself the Mega Health again. And in about 15 seconds, he can route downstairs to try to get the armor again. So br1ck really needs to recover here soon. The good news is, at this point in time, the timer is not really an issue since they are tied. But if Ruleth suddenly decides to get aggressive and dive in on br1ck, then that could bring it down to just a few seconds really to try and trade that back out, making it nigh impossible. But again, good reads from br1ck. Great damage being done here. Just needs to do enough to really be able to dive in and get that kills.
Yeah, he's just in a bad spot because one misplay here by br1ck, I mean, he's toast because Ruleth has, you know, both major items and the acid spit, rocket launch. I mean,
did get him to whiff the spit though, along with now whittling down his health pool. So tried his best to turn that fight around. But yeah, the stack that Ruleth had was just so much to work against, and he couldn't do it. Brought him down to overall like 80 health though, comparatively to the fact that he started off that fight with 200, and I think he had the 150 armor as well. So that was quite a big stack to take down. Just problem is wasn't controlling it enough there, and then couldn't actually follow through to get the full kill. So at the end of the day, Ruleth does take round number 1.
A good round for Ruleth. Like I mentioned, br1ck was kind of in a bad spot. I mean, he was doing his best to land a rail here and there, but he was only hitting him before he picked up the major item, which really doesn't do that much because you're just picking up the Mega Health right after, rather than hitting him after he picked up the item. So that was a factor, and then he just ran into him, and that's it. I mean, there's nothing you can really do. He was so stacked.
Ooh, and no luck at all for br1ck. As Ruleth just bounces him all over the place. He even tried to use the Dire Orb to reposition in that fight, and Ruleth right into that as well. So nicely done from Ruleth. Gets that first kill just only 15-20 seconds into the fight. Already has himself a +1 advantage here.
Yeah, I mean, I like how he didn't panic. This time landed that nice follow-up rocket to get the kill. It was good rocket placement by Ruleth, and br1ck was in a bad spot with that weapon selection. He didn't really have many options. He's came around the corner for the rail. Kind of the guy has a rocket launcher. It's one of those oh no kind of situations.
Ruleth again, trying to follow through. Nice rail connection. Almost as br1ck dead on the ground, but does let him get away. Pick up a couple of those healths, but he's still not safe. Still only at about 75 HP. So br1ck could still go down here if another rail connects.
Stopwatch. Tank.
Ruleth's in a strong spot. He's going to come down like that out of hell for this heavy armor.
Timed it to avoid the rockets perfectly, and br1ck knows he can't contest that.
It's a good delay. Little delay. Just a couple seconds. Going to get him a little more separated. I like it. But he didn't waste too much time because he wants to get back on the offensive.
Ruleth now back into the open here, trying to take the fight, and he's going to use the Dire Orb, jumping into the engagement. Smart to back out into the health room tunnel though. It does prevent him from just being overwhelmed by rockets. And again, the rails. Even though
Ruleth's gotta keep that timing.
Even though they're only poking br1ck a little bit here, not seeming like it's getting him any closer to the kill, it at the very least is constantly keeping br1ck away from the power-up. So Ruleth just has constant control over both the full armor and the Mega Health. That might be changing a little bit here now, though.
Oh, nice rocket rail combo. That really evened the score.
And right back into Ruleth's control as he hits that rail. br1ck just getting a little bit too aggressive, trying to jump over top of that, and ultimately leads into his death. So Ruleth now goes back to controlling both these spawns. Only br1ck's going to contest this time, though. He's even got the shield, so finally he gets himself a power-up. And Ruleth does have to back away, but it's not away enough, as br1ck will be able to move him with the rail to trade out that kill. He's still 1 behind, however, but he has 2.5 minutes left.
A little Well, I think a little miscalculation by Ruleth. Probably should have got out of there a little sooner when he realized that clutch was there and he popped the shield and he tried to throw some rockets down there. Probably could have just bolted out of there to save his stack. But good shots by Brick. Brick's rail, man. You gotta look out for that thing.
The pickups, though, you look at those, just the stats on them really quickly. It just shows how much control Ruleth has exercised over this map so far comparatively. 12 full armor pickups compared to only 4 for Brick. So Brick is definitely struggling in that aspect. He's recovered a little bit though on this clutch spawn, but he just has to keep it that way for these next 2 minutes if he wants to try and continue this forward, as they are going to fight nice up close. Brick eating so much damage on that shield that he actually gets the medal for it, but now in the air, that's a little bit cautious. Going on to that jump pad, and his opponent trying to dodge out of the way of the rails. There's some juking going on here. He can't seem to hit the one that would finish the job, but neither can Ruleth.
Yeah, Ruleth, as they say, he kind of missed the layup there. Oh, but he finished the kill. He had him anyway. He had him low. Like you said, he was just looking for that finishing shot. Just couldn't quite get it there, but till the end. Ruleth, I like how he's, the item management's pretty solid. You know what I mean? And the map control is, as you mentioned, the heavy armor, so you can see the pickup difference. He's really keeping Brick, in a he's just using the light armors and his base stack, right? He's not really getting over health or over armor very often in the match, and Ruleth has had an advantage in a lot of engagements.
So Ruleth once again routing around the map here, looking for some of his initial pickups. He is going to be pushed back inside of the LG room, but Brick has enough aggression on those rockets to be able to push forward and claim the kill with about 50 health left over post-frag. And he's got these health spawns coming up, but actually he bypasses the armor. He realized it though, yeah, so he's going to go back now. Because I think he just heard that tick up when it spawned a moment ago, but oh no, he's going to run right into where his opponent is, and Ruleth trades it back. There we go, 1 for 1 already, just under a minute into the round.
Yeah, he's gotta, you gotta be a little careful. So you missed the sound cue. You can hear that mega health pick up above you, even though you're down there at the heavy armor. You gotta be wary of running into that central area by railgun. Those platforms up above you. Shooting rockets down from above is a great spot to be in. And he caught that initial rocket for 100 and was in just some bad shape after that. And Ruleth, rightly went into the kill there. So good ambush by Ruleth, and a little laziness by Brick. I think he should have been ready for that.
So Brick is going to be forced back here now, and eats the initial rail without returning it, but the great follow-up rocket. Is he going to pour it through? No, tries to bait his opponent. Risky move going onto the jump pad, and then going onto it again. Doubling up on the jump pad there. He got so close to getting the kill, but it just wasn't enough, so Ruleth again takes an edge. 2v1, one more frag, and he's got map number 1.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate he got knocked back on that pad, and he was coming back up. Ruleth wasn't in great shape, but the fact he was coming up on that jump pad just lined it up for him to get that finishing bluff.
Just baited him into the trap essentially, and for Brick, okay, Brick's just gonna go full speed into Ruleth's face there. He gets bounced back relatively quickly though. But oh, Ruleth misread it. Thought he was gonna come back up on the jump pad, closer to the full armor side of the map, but actually went the other direction, and Ruleth had to eat a rail because now he eats another one too. But he returns it this time. Risky staying in that fight, but thankfully he's got the armor pickup sitting behind him, so he's gonna get back into a relatively safe position.
Yeah, willing to take the hit there to try to get the armor, so he's still on top of everything.
His LG damage though is massive against Ruleth, and he's eating so much of it. He actually ends up killing himself, but definitely by result of the LG primarily from Brick there, as he just barely gets the kill himself. Takes a big risk, but it pays off. Problem is he's still low, only at 20 HP. He's got to try to jump out of this engagement. He missed the jump initially, using the shield to try and stay alive. The stealth pop comes in from the Nyx now.
He's in a bad shape though. He can't do anything with it, even though he saw the Nyx. I mean, what are you gonna follow her with 15, 20 health?
I think that was the plan from Ruleth. Yeah. Like, come on, come fight. Come to your doom. But Brick's recovered a little bit here now. Only at 100, but he doesn't have a lot of armor to work off here. But the LG tracing at this point, not really great for the Nyx, but it might be enough as a sudden switch over to the rail and no connection on it at all. So Ruleth is going to be able to close out and take map number 1.
Yeah, steady play from Ruleth. If I were to describe this game, it just seemed overall a little more steady than Brick, especially with the item management. As I see, 11 more, heavy armors. What is it? 8 more mega healths. He's just controlling the map. He really is controlling the map, and even though damage is equal, if you look at the stats, they're both two damage off. Ruleth's done 2 more damage than Brick, but yet he has a nice frag, 3-round lead and won the map. I mean,
So that will be Ruleth claiming map number 1. These are best of 3 map series, folks, so second one's still to come. It should be a relatively short intermission, though, assuming the players already know which maps they're going to play. I think it's, I think one player picks and then the other player picks the second map, if I recall correctly, so.
Yeah, the loser should pick. Brick's Rails been really good. It just can't seem to capitalize on some of these shots he's hitting. And again, that's partly due, or a lot of it's due to Ruleth's map control. I mean, you're hitting these shots, and he's just picking up, mega health and heavy armor constantly. It's really just a losing battle, and then you can see it, right? As I mentioned, Brick's he's just one bad scenario away from dying when you don't have over health, over armor, and your opponent is running around stacked. You're just one, not even a bad decision. It could just be, come around the corner wrong. It's just a lot of things can happen to you. You really need to focus on item management and then trying to get your opponent off of those items, whether by hook or by crook. I mean, whatever you can do to get them off those items.
Well, over to Blood Run now for our second map, possibly our final map in this one as well, if we do end up seeing Ruleth take it 2-0. But picks are looking pretty similar. We do see a Scale Bearer coming in this time for Ruleth. I don't think we had that last time. So either that or he never got to play it. So that's going to be his tanky champion. Other than that, though, it's a pretty standard lineup. Both players going for a Ranger pick, and then I believe we had a Visor. I forget who the third and final one for the player on the right was, but
yeah, and he had a Nyx on the left there
that's
too.
what it was.
I really like Nyx on this map. The engagements, there's just so many just hot corners and areas where you can. I think Nyx. The problem is, though, of course, you don't have that stack, so you got to be really careful with her. But at the same time, it's like a high risk, high reward champion here, in my opinion.
Well, it is time, guys. We're going to be jumping onto this classic map now. We'll get to see if Brick can strike back at all. You were talking about how good Brick's rails were, but Ruleth in one round specifically, I think it was the second round where Ruleth really showed how much of the map he was able to control. But overall, that map control for Ruleth, I think in large part on the second round was due to how good he was being with his rails, and it wasn't enough rails to really move in and get a kill, but it was enough rails to constantly punish Brick, keeping him really on the defensive and unable to actually challenge Ruleth for any of those bigger power pickups. So Ruleth was just able to freely run around the map and just had free reign over those pickups for most of the entire second round there, as a result of those constant little picks that he was getting on the rails.
Yeah, Brick's always forced to get back and try to get that light armor, a little bit of health to put himself back to full, and this kind of keeps you on the defensive the entire time. It just changes your thinking, your approach. Instead of thinking, oh, I got to get positioned for a major item, you're constantly thinking, I got to survive. I got to get something small.
Ruleth, a little bit on the run at this point. He will finally end up in a fight versus the Doppelganger Ranger from the other side. The orb was in, so it was used. Ruleth used it at the beginning, so his is still on cooldown too. But okay, Brick just walks right into the line of fire there.
Walks right into the line of fire is the correct terminology, I think. I don't know. Kind of peeked out a little nonchalant there. Would you agree? I mean,
I guess maybe he thought he moved or something, but yeah.
I mean, not even a strafe jump. I mean, he just
that's what I'm saying. He didn't even
try
to hop across. Just like, all right, I'm just going to dump you right into the open here. So, and now Ruleth already jumping in for the next fight, and there we go. It's rough for Brick at the start of the second map now, as he's already down 0-2, and he's not happy about that.
Stopwatch.
Oh, and if Brick wasn't mad before, he is now. Because he just spawned, tried to walk over and get this armor pickup, and then just ate a full damage rocket. Thankfully he's on clutch, so that damage isn't a whole lot, but still.
Don't try to frag angry. It's not a good idea. Gotta stay calm in there.
Ruleth. He's playing smart right now. He's just hanging back. He knows he has the advantage. He knows he has the stacks, but he also knows he's going up against clutch, so it's going to take quite a bit to actually completely take down the health pool, especially now that he got himself the full armor here. Trying to move over. It looked like he used the orb a second ago, and it did actually. Try to toss it down on the ground, but didn't actually end up using much of it. So Brick is going to end up on the run. Despite having the advantage in this fight, he'll bail out from it. But Ruleth wants to continue it. He's low now, though. This is the first opportunity for Brick to frag, and he's going to take it.
Yeah, Brick, man. Landing those clutch rails sometimes when he needs to. Even earlier, he had a good position with the shield. Unfortunately, he didn't have a rocket launcher. He would probably got a kill earlier there. But good landed rails. Ruleth got caught, hanging around a little longer than he probably should have.
Yeah, now br1ck going to be diving back into this fight. Great work with the LG. Melting his opponent, but the rockets from Ruleth are better. And with that, he's going to be able to claim round number 1.
Wow. Wow, that's impressive stuff there from Ruleth, because he bounced him up and he hit him in midair twice. Not once, but twice. He threw him up, hit him with a nice midair rocket, and then again on the way down, he hit him with another one. So that was just nice rocket play from Ruleth.
Despite being spammed by the LG from br1ck too. br1ck had really good tracing on that. We just had it completely locked down. Like I said, Ruleth, better work with the rockets being done. And now Ruleth, he's going to be on the run a little bit, but the charge moves in, and that comboed with the tri-bolt is enough to get the first kill. Just barely, though, as you can see from his remaining HP.
Hey, clutch. I mean, he knew that he only had one shot to get that kill there, and he took it and he got it. I mean, what else could you say?
The initiative and acted upon it here. And he's chasing down the second kill too. He's gonna be a bit careful though. Those rails are gonna hurt. And another one, and here's a charge again, but no!
Oh!
Just missed it, and the spin around from br1ck is enough to trade that back. br1ck gets to continue this fight, diving back in. Maybe a bit ill-advised. He's still a little bit low. Yeah. Only about 30 HP overall now, but oh, nicely done. Both these players just chasing a little bit too heavily, but that time br1ck comes out on top near the end with a nice little quick rail shot. Take out Ruleth.
Very clutch rails from br1ck. I mean, Ruleth was putting pressure on him. He felt like he could get that, fall-up frag, but it's great shooting. He's got to get over it here.
The telefrag attempt now coming in from Ruleth. He does pop out of stealth. Unfortunately, just shoots his opponent down below. It was enough, however, to push him off of the full armor spawn, and that really just saved Ruleth's life, picking up that. But he did again by the rails, thankfully. Had brought br1ck down low enough from those rockets earlier to be able to still get the kill now, but he's still low. He's got to be careful because now br1ck's clutch is coming into play.
Yeah, I don't know if br1ck thought he was one rail hit away from death there. It was kind of a curious choice dropping down. Oh man, that rail of his is getting hot.
Yeah, I mean, he's warming up. He's doing some good work. So it's going to tie it up at 1-1 now. br1ck claims the second round, and then we'll go into a round number 3.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Round.
Let's take a look actually at the rail stats so far.
Everything makes sense.
Yeah, definitely a bit more prominent.
61% for br1ck. Yeah, and he didn't start that high. He heated up in that last round. He started hitting everything.
Yeah, I think like a good 80% of those rail stats are from round 2 because he got kind of destroyed in the first round. Never really had a chance there. This wasn't really working out in his favor. There he goes again. While Ruleth will miss, will connect. That destroys most of Ruleth's armor pool.
Nice play by br1ck to read Ruleth coming down the hall, and nice just super nail gun placement. And he's looking strong right now. Maybe he's going to turn this around.
So
momentum has definitely shifted.
I need your help here. I messed up. I hit a button that took me to a third-person perspective, and I actually don't know how to get it back into the player perspective now for spectating. Have you figured that out yet? I actually don't even know what button I hit. I just hit a button on my keyboard, and now I'm in... I'm trying my best to spectate the action here. I don't also want to go into an options menu to see this key.
Trying to figure it out for you. Yeah, I know what? I don't know.
I don't know what button I hit. Being told to hit C. That is not doing it for me. Well, anyway, action continues, and it is still in that 3v2 for right now. Yeah. Both players thankfully remain relatively even right now. br1ck does have himself the 3v2 advantage here. And again, guys, I do apologize. This is my fault here. So I'm working as quickly as I can to try and get myself back into the right perspective.
Oh, that was a big turnaround Brick missed some shots there, and Ruleth is in a good position here to turn this around. No, Brick. Ah, the little miscalculation there by Brick. So, you know, he spotted him, right? He set the ambush for him to go through the portal, and he missed the rocket. That's fine. But then his enemy goes through the portal, and then he goes up the stairs to where his enemy who's stacked, who's just coming through. You know, just Ruleth directly through a rocket towards there. I mean, he just ran right into it. He shouldn't have even been there, honestly.
Yeah.
Or should have at least expected the rocket to be incoming. So now, as we got ourselves a tie game now.
So go ahead and help me out here, because I'm working with some of the other guys to figure out how exactly I can get myself back into the player perspective currently. So just go ahead and give these people a bit more of an overview of the action. I'll try to keep up with it.
Ruleth is in great position right now. He's running both items. You know, there's a minute left. One kill's probably going to. This next kill's probably going to decide it. So Brick is, again, he's just one bad position away, and here it probably is. So Ruleth, I mean, very steady. I mean, Brick's landed some great shots, and he's had his control here and there. But overall, I mean, I just feel like Ruleth is consistently playing the better Quake right now.
All right, we fixed it finally, so that's my bad there, guys. Apologies for that one. So we're back into it here now. Just a few seconds left in this round currently, but Brick trying his best to chase down one more kill so that he can attempt to take this into OT to the best of his abilities now with that 30 seconds remaining. But he's also going to be a little bit careful. It's not the best of an armor pull. Thankfully, with the Mega Health spawn, he's stacked on HP, so he should be able to dive into this one. Missed the charge, so he's still going to remain high on health pool right now. So close to getting that kill, but only 20 seconds left to get it as he attempts to chase down Ruleth, but he's so low himself. Needs to go over, get these health jewels, and for Ruleth, well, he's running away from this one too as he attempts to get out of that fight. Looks like he did successfully escape, and with that now, he's going to be able to hold Brick back for long enough. Only 4 seconds remain. Brick nowhere near his opponent now. Time's going to run out, and Ruleth will claim round number 2 here, going up 2-1 now.
Yeah, good turnaround for Ruleth, and nice defensive rockets at the end there to keep the clutch from pushing in on his position by those 2 health bubbles, because it was looking, he kind of ate some rockets coming out of that portal, and it was getting interesting there, and he was able to back away and finish off the round. So he's looking to close the show right now.
And only one more round for Ruleth, and that'll do it, since he does have the initial map advantage too. Brick hopping around all over the place here as he does move in. Very close quarters fight, and there we go. Brick claiming the first frag. Ruleth just couldn't get enough going with that super shotgun, so he got pushed back. Enough of that, Brick was able to win out the first initial duel here. Now he's up 3v2, but that could change as we do see the fresh spawn from Ruleth. He's diving in on this fight versus Brick. Thankfully for Brick, Ruleth is going to back out there as he does not think he has a health pool to continue that fight for the time being.
Yeah, trying to get a little charge kill, and Brick was good at set a good ambush there. Rocket launcher was able to get the kill, so Ruleth is going to have to come back again, try to come back from down. Oh, and then of course, wow, it's a nice charge kill. So I'm sorry, I find those kills so entertaining. I love kills, man. The charge kills.
They're some of the best. Especially in those clutch situations where the guy has nothing to lose, because you get the for those that again don't really haven't really been able to jump in and play with this champion a lot yet, you actually get the passive damage buff on you as well that reduces damage while you're in that charge, so you can use it as like a last minute sort of Hail Mary, try like, all right, I'm gonna go in here, try to do the damage, and if I die, then I die. It makes for some like last second moments of glory for players as they attempt to turn a fight around with it. Well, for Brick, he is going to dive right back into the middle to try and continue this fight, and there's the charge, but okay. Didn't look like it connected initially, but it was enough after the follow-through to get him close up, and then hit the rocket, and right on spawn, Ruleth just keeping the pressure on Brick, not going to give him any moment at all to breathe. Already being brought down a little bit low on his HP. Thankfully, he's recovered some of it, but Ruleth now hopping through here.
Good rockets by Ruleth in that last kill. You know, just kind of point out Brick got the mega health, and he knew the heavy armor was going to jump right away. Oh yeah. But when you're coming out of that tunnel, so Ruleth made the correct play, which is when you're jumping off the heavy armor, you throw a rocket down there towards that entrance. It just obliged him and ran right into it. So.
Ruleth now falling back as he's going to get chased by the clutch and the shield here. Ruleth has himself in a good defensive position here. He's got to be a little bit careful. He almost brought out br1ck there too, but he doesn't want this fight to fall too far behind. He is only ahead by 1 champion currently, and his last champion is a Nyx, which is going to be actually a pretty tough fight when you just look at the difference in health pools in general there. br1ck can get super aggressive there. And more than likely, with just 1 or 2 well-placed shots, he can win the fight. So he wants to try and end it here. So close, but the knockback on the charge actually knocked br1ck out of range. So Ruleth could not get that kill in time. And once again, br1ck survives with just under a tick of health remaining.
They both had 12 health after that engagement.
Jeez.
So, oh man, it's coming down to a shot, a little machine gun finish or something. It's getting really close. Oh, nice rocket by br1ck.
There we go. br1ck finally claims revenge that time and brings Ruleth down to his last champion on this round. It is going to be over to the Nyx now. And for Ruleth, well, let's see if he can do it. This is going to be one of the tankiest champions versus one of the squishiest right here. And oh no. Oh, he got a lot of damage off on that one. He thankfully, for br1ck, did not get the actual telefrag right off the bat. But still, a lot of damage being done. And Ruleth still survives with 26 HP. Ends up about the same as br1ck at the end of that fight.
Yeah, that rail by br1ck probably bailed himself out for the time being, but he's still not in great shape. Little miscalculation. I'm surprised Ruleth didn't secure that armor. He had plenty of time to. Really gave br1ck some life. br1ck, I mean, he really needed that heavy armor.
Ruleth warding away now. He's going to try it again. He keeps trying it. He just can't get close enough. br1ck's smart. He keeps himself on the move in a very sporadic movement too. Whenever that stealth gets popped off. So Ruleth is once again going to fail at trying to get the stealth frag. However, br1ck is going to be able to track down his opponent's location successfully, but just can't hit any shots right now. Ruleth, great at dodging this. Look at this. Ruleth's taken no damage at all. I think he took 3 damage in that final fight and returned all of the damage back onto the clutch there and was able to win it out. So Ruleth is going to once again take it here on map number 2. And with that, he'll win the series 2-0.
Nice. You know, Ruleth has some good defensive play with his rockets, and I liked some of what he did. br1ck gets, I think, it's a little careless sometimes with this. You know, he makes up this decision that I'm going to take this route or I'm going to push this way, and I think Ruleth kind of read into that a few times and ran him into a rocket, which really, you know, changed the outcome of a few engagements there, and then he would capitalize and jump on br1ck, you know, as he took that initial damage. And on top of that, you know, he had a little more success with item management, and you know, was consistently, you know, playing the better Quake, consistently making better decisions in regards to, hey, you know, this is up, that's up, you know, I'm gonna engage now, I'm not gonna engage now, and just overall, you know, that made clearer, better decisions, and that's why he won the match.
All right, guys. Well, our next match should be coming up here in just a few moments. Do stick around, because we've got more Quake action coming up soon.